So yesterday I got to spend a little bit of time with Sky Live, which if you don't know already is Sky Glass's add-on camera that you can purchase. I had very high expectations for this device, and so I should have, because we're going to be paying more than an Xbox Series X to purchase this. At £290, albeit there is a bit of a discount if you've already got Sky Glass. I think it's £240. You do have a couple of different payment ways that you can do it that last up to 4 years of credit. So I just think it's ridiculous if you went the credit route with it, albeit interest free, but that doesn't matter. I think that if you get the camera, you invest in it and you're paying for it for 4 years, then Sky are going to have subscriptions coming off you for 4 years too. So I think it's quite a clever sales ploy. However, the device falls short in so many different areas. It is absolutely untrue. So before I run you through the features, because it is a very small list, there is something that they've really missed out on. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but I just need to explain to you first exactly what you're going to be getting for your money. So first up, you've got a 12 megapixel camera with HDR. Now that might sound a little bit sexy, but if you get an iPhone, most iPhones have 2 or 3 of these exact same cameras. In fact, they're probably not as spec'd up as an iPhone camera either. And no LiDAR either. For something these days which is running kind of this body tracking, this motion that needs to assess its environment, to add LiDAR would have just been a no-brainer. But they didn't include it, which is crazy. So instead, you're having to rely on the software to work out where your hand and your body movements are, and sometimes that doesn't always work too good. Next up, it's got a 4 microphone array, which is all well and good, but let me tell you something, right? They're all pretty much within a couple of centimeters of each other, and I can't really see any effect given the placement of the camera itself. It's going to be on top of your TV. Most of the time when you're speaking, you're going to be at a slightly lower level. Let's say if it's at eye level or you sat on the couch looking up. I don't really see any benefit from having all of the microphones built into the top of it. The magnetic base was a nice little feature. You know, there's no kind of building anything and putting it all in with screws and everything, like let's say if you were hanging a telly on a wall. So yeah, they did really well with that. And also you can adjust the angle of the camera as well, which is a nice touch. Given the construction of it, given the way it looks, I can't help but think it's like an Xbox Kinect kind of device of the new generation. Back then, you couldn't really do much with it. And to be fair, the way this one's set up without LiDAR and stuff, it's pretty much the same bag. Now let's talk features. So now we know it's a bit of a lemon device. We know it's very overpriced. But we've got a camera in our living room. Can we use this for gesture control? Turning up the volume on the TV? Scrolling through the menus? No, we can't. For gesture controls, I would have bought this device on its own just for that, never mind anything else. If I could have sat there on my TV and scrolled through the menus, turned up the volume, picked programs, even when I've lost my remote, that would have been something that no other company's done. There's not actually anything out there that's doing that for this kind of price. But they didn't do it. And that's why I think they've dropped the ball massively with this device. Yes, there's going to be games and such like that, but it's not really comprehensive enough. We're talking things like Fruit Ninja, Peppa Pig jumping in puddles. There's nothing really weighty about it when it comes to games. One of the other features it's got is you can watch TV together, which I think's mint. I think it's nice, but you're probably going to get annoyed by people talking over your favourite TV programme. Can you just be... I'm trying to listen to what they're saying. Who wants that, really? Not to forget as well that there's not many people that are going to pay this kind of money just so they can sit there and waffle to each other while they're watching Gogglebox. It's not going to happen. There's one feature that I think that I probably would use this for, which is Zoom. But I'm not a major Zoom caller anyway. It happens very few and far between. You have got features like noise suppression and person tracking, you know, like you have on Facebook Portal and stuff. But that's pretty basic now. with the world that we live in today. There is one feature where you can take a Zoom call from your phone and go to the TV, but that is actually more based on Zoom's current services as opposed to the connection between your phone and the TV. So yeah, in conclusion, it's very expensive, it's cheap tech, it's not got the hardware that it needs to really do the job that they're trying to sell it as. It's dropped a major one when it comes to the gesture and like actually using the TV for gestures, because that would have been a game changer. That really would have been. And yeah, it's got a couple of games, but they're very basic. Do you know what I mean? And with the only real feature being Zoom, I'm going to stick with my phone. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news if you were kind of looking forward to it. To be fair, I was looking forward to it. That I might buy this in the future. A, they lower the price. And there's two ways that I would actually go for this device in the future. A, if they drop the price, which they probably will once they realise that they've dropped the ball on this. And B, that they bring gesture control through an update or something like that. That would absolutely sell me. So thank you very much, guys, for coming in. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this content. Check these videos out here if you want to know more about my Sky Glass journey. And yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.